Africa for Africans, or the philosophy and opinions of Marcus Garvey. God not interested in the physical activities of man. Realizing that Christ came to save all mankind from the fallen state, to restore man to his spiritual kinship with his God, let us practice a spirit of love, a spirit of charity, a spirit of mercy toward mankind, because in doing so we will be bringing God's kingdom down to earth. Let us live that true life, that perfect life in ourselves as spiritual beings, not forgetting that we are physical also. Man must not fail to understand his dual personality. In being charitable and sympathetic, like the Christ would have us to be, does not mean to say that we must ignore our physical needs. Christ was not so much interested in the physical responsibilities of man, neither is Christ interested in the physical activities of man. That may be something strange to say at this hour when you heard so much about religion. Christ cared so little for the physical that he offered himself up and was satisfied to go on the cross to let the physical die. God the Father is interested in the spiritual of man, but man's physical body is for his own protection, is for his own purpose. Whatsoever you want to do with the physical, God does not interfere. And I trust at this time when we are going to contemplate Christ, that we will get a better understanding of him and get a better understanding of the religion that he taught. Because some of us seem to have some peculiar ideas about the religion of Jesus. Some of us seem to believe that Christ and God the Father are responsible for all our ills, physical ills. They have nothing to do with our physical ills. I repeat, God is not, and Jesus is not interested in the bodies of men. If you want to care for your body, this is a privilege and prerogative given to you by God. If you want to destroy it, that is the same privilege and prerogative he has given. If you want to commit suicide, that is business. If you want to live, that is your business. God has given the power. He has made you a free agent as far as the physical in life goes. All that God is interested in is the spiritual, that you cannot kill, because the moment you destroy the physical body, God lays claim to the spiritual with which you are endowed. The spiritual is never yours. The spiritual is always God's, but the physical is your own property. If you want to break your physical life up, that is all your business. God does not interfere, and that should be the Negro's interpretation in the 20th century of Christ's religion. It is no use to blame God and Christ for the things that happen to us in the physical. They are not responsible. They have absolutely nothing to do with it. If one man enjoys life and another does not, God has absolutely nothing to do with the difference between them two individuals. That is to say, if one man lives in a palace across the street and enjoys life, and the other fellow lives in the gutter, God has nothing to do with the difference between them. It is purely a physical regulation left to man himself. Make your interpretation of Christianity scientific, what it ought to be, and blame not God. Blame not the white man for physical conditions for which we ourselves are to blame.